So what's up, everybody? It's me, True Star Screamer. And how am I looking over there, producer?
Good.
Okay, I don't know if you can hear, but I do have a producer today.
Hello.
So let me know. Let me know if anyone shows up. Let me know if I got any questions. And if anyone pops a question on there, please click the question on there, and it'll appear on the screen. So for those of you who are catching me live, that's awesome. For those of you catching me on the replay, awesome. We are looking at the McFarlane. It's not the McFarlane toys and everything, but it is their Midieval Spawn. This was a Kickstarter, and probably shouldn't have been a Kickstarter, but I'm weak like that. It was really one of those ones where I'm sat there, I'm like, I don't want this, I don't want this, I don't want this. And then I saw it, and I'm like, dang it, I want it. So I probably spent too much money, and I got this thing. I did get the first Kickstarter Spawn mini a year ago, and as we all know, it was actually a very premium whole process. So I want to show this real quick. I actually have mine on the box from the previous one.
Ooh, we have someone that joined us.
Oh, who joined us?
How do I find that?
Oh, should just be saying on there if they comment. But just to give an idea, this is the box that the first Spawn came in, and this is the one from the Midieval Spawn. To kind of give an idea.
Oh, no one.
Oh, this is a smaller box, so that's the first thing to keep in mind. So I'm not saying we're getting less, but at least the presentation's a little more compact, which of course from years ago kind of makes sense. So let's talk about this guy. I only got the blue one. I did not get the black one or the artist proof or any of the other ones there. Of course, they do it. Their premium McFarlane tape and their premium McFarlane boxes.
Someone has joined us again.
Okay. Now, the previous box was literally a box in a box, and it had all these corner brackets on them, which, like the Firefly came with them and such. I'll be honest, this did not. But I will say, let's get this out of here. Dang, that's a lot of stuff falling. This is a very good looking box. So the presentation already. You guys are watching this with me. This is all live. This is all real. I will not be able to open up the previous Spawn figure. I'm going to say that right now because it's still boxed up. I had it set up on display, and then years ago we had the flooding going on here, and never actually got put back into a proper display, unfortunately. Again, beautiful matte on the box here, and the foil hopefully is showing off really well. It's got the symbols on the side. It says Midieval Spawn down the side here. Again, this is a very good presentation. So we got our slide on here. And this was a carryover from the previous Spawn of having the ribbon here. Get the sword on it. All right. I have a certificate of authenticity. And that is signed by Todd. I don't think that's. I don't know. How's that looking on the camera? Is the signature showing?
Yep.
I think that's actually penned on there. That's not printed. So this is technically autographed by Todd McFarlane. That's actually pretty damn cool. Now, if you saw, we've got over here on this side. I'm going to show this. These are all the extras that were part of the whole Kickstarter campaign. The stretch goals, the different helmets, the heads, the armor plates, the weapons, the axes, the shield. I'm going to say this. It looks gorgeous. I'm going to go with the figures right here. We'll talk about that in a second, but I'll go ahead and I'm just going to pull out the shield real quick. This has got some weight to it. The painting is immaculate.
We have 2 comments from just now. Junkyard Crafts and Bills said, "I am here in spirit," and to just shame Dave, LOL, joking.
Okay. Thank you, Junkyard Crafts. Appreciate that. But the back of the shield, this is neat. So it's like it's a wooden. It's got the wooden base on there. So a lot of times when you get a shield like this, yeah, you get all the details on here, but nothing so much on the back. So that's beautiful. We, you know, we give McFarlane a lot of flack. We absolutely do. But when he has the details on this, this is the battle axe on here. Again, utterly beautiful on the paint on this. The weapon is chipped. It looks like it's seen, well, battle. Does that come off? No, it doesn't come off. There are some, I've played with some figures where like the pommel would be removable so you can slide it in the hands, but that's not the case here. And we'll go through these in a little bit. Up here, we also have a mace, smaller one, and we have a flail. That's pretty neat. So that's actually pretty rocking right there. But so for these weapons, and they got little plastic things to protect it. So we've got a mace, a flail. We've got the different forearm armor plates, alternate hands, 3 different heads here. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different heads here, or at least 2 helmets, 2 breastplates, the 2 different axes, and a sword. And then we have the main figure itself. How do I get into here? I think I'm just going to pull the foam out of this to get to that. Yep. So, got to pull the foam out. And then we have the medieval Spawn figure himself. Put this back here. Again, very premium presentation. Absolutely. But here's the premium Spawn figure itself. This is using that old retro style clamshell package, which we can put everything back. And we also get a comic book in here as well. So there's no tape on this, which I love. It's just the little clamshell packaging on there. The comic book is on a really nice backing on here. If I wanted to remove it and look it over. Don't know which issue of Spawn this is a reprint of, to be honest. Oh, it's just the first appearance of Medieval Spawn in the flashback. So I'm not going to open, and it's got various art galleries in here, different covers of everything that we buy in here, and comparing the original Spawn figure to the remastered. So this is a good, very nice presentation on here.
We have another comment from also Junkyard Crafts and Bills. I was about to ask if it can be repackaged.
Yes, everything can be repackaged perfectly. So this is I'm not tearing something open. The first Kickstarter Spawn was designed specifically to be put back together. So you can take it out, display it, put it back. This is designed for the OCD geek. So I'm very happy with that. Put that over here. Because I will probably put most of this back together again until I find a place to display him properly. So let's. Okay, we're going to talk about the main figure himself. Okay. And, oh, we got tape on here. So that is taped up.
No, I'm just watching.
Pre-post cape, and there's a little plastic shim. We do have a display stand. We get the original, the basic shield, and a sword right here. So, sword, nice. This is nothing like the plastic in the retail McFarlane figures, by the way. Nothing is feeling droopy. And again, the shield looks absolutely awesome. Talking about the main figure himself, how am I looking?
Good.
Everything in picture? Okay.
Yeah.
So we have a scabbard on the back here. So the sword can just slide right in there. It's a little tight, but there it is. It's in there. Okay. We'll talk about that. Interesting. I wish this wasn't a pre-post cape right now. Hands down, that's already the first. I mean, it looks good. This looks absolutely awesome. It looks beautiful. The armor, the chainmail has got a gorgeous wash to it. Everything is feeling solid. Articulation, we'll talk about that in a second. You saw that one armor piece fell out. This is, okay, this is actually all held on by magnets, which I think is a wonderfully underutilized technology for figures.
Junkion said that you're a little bit fuzzy right now.
Oh.
The camera is like out of focus.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's still out of focus. Something is. There we go.
So sorry about that. Appreciate you. But yeah, the details are there. I was mentioning before, the armor, all these replacement armor pieces are magnetic. So we have the things that are over here. We can actually put different plates on them. I know the breastplate is supposed to be a magnetic breastplate on there. So you can really just change things out. I'm going to go ahead and pull these off because I have a feeling they'll knock off very easily. The legs are pinned. So we do have, I mean, they're painted nicely, but the pins are there. So I can pull him up. There is, because of how this chainmail is, it does interfere with a little bit of the articulation, but I do have a double jointed knee. Do have a little bit of an ankle pivot. But again, with the armor, that's restricted. There is a very small butterfly joint in there, it feels like, and the shoulder pad is coming a little loose, it feels like. Huh, interesting.
Okay, Junkyard Crafts also left another comment saying, in the first appearance of this figure is Spawn number 9, co-created by Neil Gaiman.
Right, yes.
I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm sorry if I
Neil Gaiman, yes. Spawn number 9, Neil Gaiman, and that was also the first appearance of Angela as well, because that was Gaiman created Angela on there as well. So the shoulder armor is interesting. There's like a little extra disc that this is sitting in, so that kind of gets out of the way, but then it doesn't. That's actually, because that just kind of started flopping forward as soon as I started moving the arms. Now, one thing this has over the previous Spawn figure, or the previous Kickstarter Spawn, and that is he does have ab crunch. The previous one, the ab crunch was something that was removed. I remember there was a huge controversial part about that because, again, that really interferes with the articulation. So that makes me absolutely happy he has ab crunch. So we can kind of set him up. Head can look up and down a little. So, but we can absolutely get much more of a warrior's pose out of him. And so this is very double-edged for me. It's just this stupid cape is driving me nuts because with this pre-posed cape, no matter what I do, I still have to work around the cape. This is one where I think obviously Cloth Goods would have absolutely saved it because when I set him, can you see the? I have to. Oh.
Yeah, you can see like barely the top half.
Okay, just to set it in my hand. This cape is back heavy. And that is really ruining kind of the experience for me. So you're going to put him on the shelf, you're going to need to use the stand that he comes with because this cape being so back heavy, this is really going to affect photography. This is really going to affect, frankly, playability. I mean, yeah, the displayability is going to be fine. The head pops off pretty easy. So when we change the heads off, and we've got our barbell joint in here, yay. Oh, okay. So these are actually helmets that are here. So I've got extra helmets as well as the heads. That's pretty neat. But I'm going to try to put this helmet on. That goes on decent. Don't want to break the flanges on here. Yeah, that's nice. So you can definitely customize the look. Grabbing some of the one of the armor pads here. Again, I can put that right there on the arm so you can bulk them out more. So you absolutely have some neat ways of displaying this guy. Whether how serious, whether you want him comic accurate, whether you want him more stylized. I like that. Oh, hey, there's a toe tilt here. Completely useless, but he's got a toe joint.
We also have another viewer, so we have 2 people watching.
Okay,
now.
cool. Appreciate you watching. Appreciate you catching on here. So we've got the different. We'll put one of the alternate chest plates on here. Looks like, is that removable? Try to see how this is done. My neighbor's dogs are barking up a storm. I don't know if you can hear them. But I guess you can remove the scabbard from him. Yeah, like that. That just pulls off. You pull the scabbard off, you can then put one of the new chest plates on, and then I guess you're unplugging. Oh, there you go. Okay, that's cool. The cape is actually removable. That's nice. So with the cape being removable, we can then put the alternate chest plates on there, and then there are alternate skull chains that can go to plug in here, which I've got right here. See how these have a long peg, so I can put that through the chest plate.
3 people watching.
Put that on there, and there you go. We can now that's using one of the alternate chest plates. Now, what's neat with that is, in theory, if you had a third-party company make you a cloth cape, we can now put that on there, which then I seriously may want to consider. So I think that is kind of a neat aspect that they're offering. So again, cape's removable. You got the alternate skulls to go on the chest plate for his armor.
Junkyard Crafts and Bill said, hit that thumbs up.
Appreciate that. So there he is without the cape. And again, we can bulk up the armor. That popped out pretty easy. So that was a little annoying. I guess it'll just take some time of getting used to working with it. So overall, it's solid. I'm going to say this is feeling like a better made McFarlane universe figure, if that makes sense. The actual details, again, are immaculate. The paint is gorgeous. I absolutely love that aspect to it. Articulation is light years ahead of the Kickstarter spawn that we had years ago, especially with putting in that ab crunch. The cape is garbage. Cape is utter garbage. I mean, it's well detailed. It's got runes and things like that, but by being pre-posed, I hate that. I almost wonder if this is one where probably someone, a third party person on eBay is going to make a fortune making cloth capes, ideally wired, and that will absolutely save this figure. That thing popped out again. Man. If those pop out that easily, that all the time, that is going to be a very big inconvenience. So, but everything else, I mean, you look at the back of him. I mean, look, he's got thigh armor back here. The details are just, that's what I would love to see. The joint tolerances are good. It's better than a loose collector figure. I will say that. Yes, I said that. I don't feel this was worth the $80 I spent on this. Yes, shipped, it was like 80 something. The previous one I know was like $55 shipped, but of course that was 2019 money. So yes, with inflation and all that. If I'd spent $60 on this, I'd probably be feeling happy. So I do feel, I don't say gypped, but I do feel a little underwhelmed for the value. As a display piece, though, this will look absolutely awesome. So,
Junkyard Crafts and Bill said, hopefully, criticism will make some good soft good. Well, I do not know how to pronounce that name. I don't know if it was a typo or if it's just a weird name.
Spell it. Is it CJ?
Yes.
Okay, Siegeism. Yes. Yeah, no, Siegeism is a fantastic soft goods. If he makes a cape for this, hell yes. So here I am putting out in the universe for Siegeism to make a cape third party for this. And if anyone finds, okay, that is really annoying me. So if these chest pegs pop out that easily, that is going to be a problem because that's like the third time that's popped off on camera. But again, that's what we're dealing with here. So everything else, again, I can put the different armor pieces on, the different helmets, just because of the other one's on the floor. Here's the other chest panel. Oh, that might help. I had that chest panel over the previous chest panel. So that is my mistake. And okay, that's actually kind of neat. So there's magnets right there. There's magnets in here. That goes over there. And okay, that looks much better right there. So that was user error. That was 100% user error. And then we can then push that in. And that actually is much more solid. There we go. That's a much plainer chest, but it is kind of neat. And I think that would look good with the Roman helmet. Da, da, da. Like this one right here. Yeah, give me 1 second. And we'll go ahead and give him an axe because we can. See, that's the thing about doing things live is you got to kind of have a little bit of tolerance, accept the fact that you don't know what the hell you're doing until you start doing it. Mm-hmm. So there we go. Put the armor plate on there, put the axe on there, put the axe in hand. That looks actually pretty cool. So this is almost like how I'd want a Four Horsemen figure to be in some ways after messing with them now, of being able to have articulation like this. And we know that they have the 3.0 bodies on them. We know that One Night they do have it. They have the ability. So this is the direction I would like it to go. I would not say go crazy on the third-party market. If you need this in your life and you didn't buy the Kickstarter, don't spend more than $100 shipped for it. That's all I can say. I don't see going crazy for this. I'm still trying to determine if this is something I want to keep in my collection. We'll see. I do like that Roman helmet. That definitely puts a little more flair to it. Makes it look like a different character. So, but those are my initial thoughts. I will try to get photos of this guy later up during the week. I will easily say not a contender of top 10 figures of 2024. I'm thinking I'm very happy this is in my collection right now. So it definitely it's not perfect. It is better than what you buy mainstream. But if McFarlane could give me something like this as his norm, as far as details go, I'd be thrilled. But it just, for that price, I want it to be better. So there we go. That's my two thoughts. That's my 2 cents.
So what is your overall rating review?
If I was going to rate this guy, I'd give this guy a solid B figure. This is a solid B figure by far. I mean, again, the premium is there. I'm seeing the love is there. The detailing is great. Again, I put a pose like this. This is absolutely epic. But just for what I'm getting and the price I paid, I can't give it anything higher. Again, these pin joints on here, as well as they're masked, that should be pinless. I think there should be a little more mass to this. And once again, with this cape, he should have come with a Todd could package one of these. I think with what I spent on this, I should have gotten a cloth cape. You know, if Jada Toys, that's it. If Jada Toys could give me a cape like M. Bison had for $25 for a figure that I paid a bottom line of $80 for, I should have gotten a cloth goods cape. Period. Plain and simple. I don't care that Todd likes those sculpts and everything. With a wired cape, I could get this look. So there you go. That cape is one of the things that easily took down 10% of the grade. The rest of it, again, the pins, the material, everything else. I mean, there's some neat innovations. The use of the magnets is absolutely awesome. I can't fault for that. And maybe that's part of things that put the money in there because of putting the magnets in. But that's my overall grade. For those of you who are catching this on the replay, please give this a like. For those of you who are new here, please hit that subscribe button. Please keep an eye open for the channel. We will be doing our top 10 of 2024 and top 5 disappointment figures of 2024. I've just got a lot of neat things lined up. We'll be talking about Toylanta. Don't worry. Spoiler, I just put my time off for it. So I'm going to be heading down. I'd like to thank my producer for helping me out, running the chat and running the cameras and all that. And as always, until next time, take care. Peace. Thank you, Kara. It's actually kind of neat.